Well, recently, Iowa wrestling head coach Tom Brands was in Davenport, and our own Adam Rosso caught up with the very talented head coach.
With the strong finish last year, how excited have you sensed everybody around the state when you go to these type of events? How excited is everybody just about where the program's heading?
I think there's an uptick in energy about our program, and that has to do with a guy named Spencer Lee. He's entertaining, he's well-spoken, he's humble, he's driven, he's still getting better, and he did it as a true freshman. Future strong, we're recruiting better, we have our people in place, and you know, the experts say we're a year away, but you know, we've never been a year away in our mind, and we haven't done it in 7 years, 8 years, so we've got to springboard off that Lee energy.
What does a guy like that do for your room, the team, the off-season workouts, just having a leader like that at such a young age?
He's humble, he's driven, he's a leader by example. He wants his team to do better. His family's about the team. So his impact is felt very strong and very wide just because of how he carries himself. So the short answer is, yeah, he's going to help our locker room. He's going to help us on the mat. He's going to help us in the classroom. He's going to help us public relations. Every time he opens his mouth, he's a recruiter. But that's not always the case. So it takes a special person to be able to have that kind of success and then convey it the way that the team needs it conveyed to impact everybody else.
How about some new faces? I know Jacob Warner's a guy that you guys have liked his progress. Any other guys besides him that you think have a chance to really step up this year?
Jacob Warner could have been in the lineup last year. It was iffy between the two guys at that weight at 197, and you know, in that situation you're probably always going to defer to the veteran. Jacob Warner is probably better on the mat than he is in the practice room, meaning he's more of a meat wrestler when the lights are on. And maybe, you know, we could have got a little boost out of him as well. He's a special guy. He's shown he can do it. He was overseas this past weekend, went 0-1, but that's not an indication of what he wants, where he's headed, and you know what he's gonna, what he's gonna do as far as impacting our team.
How about the schedule? I mean, you don't get Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. You don't get three of the
well, that's
contenders.
not our fault either. I mean, that's a Big Ten's fault. We're not ducking anybody. You know, we go to Stillwater. We have Iowa State at home. Iowa State has a much improved team, and they really like their team. They're doing a great job there. We have to be ready in December. We have to be ready the last dual meet of the year. Nothing's easy. We got Lehigh coming in on December 8th. And next year we'll have Oklahoma State at home, we'll have Ohio State at home, and Penn State at home. So, you know, that's the way it goes.
Would you rather have those tests during the season just to get your guys at that championship level?
You take what you get and you put it together the best you can. There has to be that correct balance. You know, this is a topic that has kind of careened maybe into the importance level that for me, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, we would want it. We wrestled Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State all last year.
Last thing, you mentioned people think you're a year away. Goals, expectations. I mean, can this team, in your mind, if they progress, win a national title?
Our dialogue doesn't change. Our method changes. Our personnel change. If you got strategy and game plans that go along with that, that changes. It's not like you're just throwing stuff up on the wall and hoping it sticks, and it's not like you're doing things in a template that you've been doing for the last 10 or 12 or however many years. We evolve as we go, and we know we got to get better every day. Our culture's really good right now, and that's because of our recruiting and the people that we have doing the recruiting, and the parents that we have on board as well. I think that, you know, parents are becoming more and more a part of this business. When I was being recruited, my parents didn't go on any visits and didn't see any parents on the visits. Nowadays, parents are very, very involved. The entire family's involved. So when you get good parents like we have, it's good stuff. You know, and the other thing is, I'll mention Mitch Bowman. You know, being a local guy here, he was a very strong presence at 184 last year. and he'll factor in there as well. We love Mitch Moman.